Scorpio, welcome to the Black Swan Astrology and Mars Ruled Signs. I am the Black Swan here to give you your weekly tarot report for the week of January 24th through January 30th, 2022. All right, I'm really excited to do this for you, Scorpio. I'm always pleased. I'm pleased with reading for you. I love you. I cherish you, Scorpio. You are a gem. A diamond in the rough, and we love you. So let me go ahead and get into it. All right, Scorpio. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. I just got done with Aries reading, and it was very interesting. And I feel like yours is going to be just as interesting, if not more. And, we're in Aquarius season. This is your fourth house, okay? So, the sun being in your fourth house is going to illuminate your home. It's going to illuminate your inner life. It's going to illuminate, real estate, community, close personal friends, even food and things like that. Food, comforts, highlighting a significant, highlighting the meaning of all that, the meaning of what you devote your time and energy to, what you hold most dear. I feel like there is going to be some sense of renewal in your perspective on and your outlook on life as it pertains to your closest relationships. And we have the Three of Cups, okay? So Three of Cups quite literally does give respect to those who are closest to you, those who you're celebrating with, those who you love the most, those who get you, those who hold you down. Scorpio, there is celebration this week, okay? Mars just moved into Capricorn, into your third house. This 3 energy is really all about social and creating with others, socialism, showing your individuality, creating with others, being open, seeking freedom, seeking opportunity with others to share your message as well. So this will be a week this week to kind of really share your message and really show what you represent, to wear your colors, to wear your show what you represent, and really, really have pride. This is a week where there's going to be pride in your journey as you're sharing with others, as you're opening up to, just opening up, keeping an open mind, staying in the flow, You're going to be in a really good flow this week. Possibly even ready to make plans with people that you trust. We have the Queen of Swords as well, okay? She's got that green on, okay? She's got that green, okay? That green for prosperity, okay? Queen of Swords, okay? Queen of Swords, the archetype of a teacher, okay? A creator. Queen of Swords is telling me right now that you got some things on your heart to say. You got some things to say to those who are closely aligned with you in your vision. You got some things on your heart this week, Scorpio. You got some things you need to get off your chest. And I suggest that you do that with those who are most closely aligned with you, You also have the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands, okay? So I feel like, Scorpio, you are coming to some sense of completion. There's a sense of growth and a sense of working and putting forth effort that maybe you've been very, very persistent in. Maybe there's been some perceptions that you've been holding on to, or, the Nine of Wands is indicative of someone who is at the end of their journey, but, feels like they have no support, feeling alone, feeling winded in a sense. But see, the thing is, he's holding on to that one wand, but not looking behind him and not realizing all of the power and support that's behind him. So realize how far you've come, and realize that, you couldn't have got here by yourself. Realize that there is strength in numbers, and if you've been in some ways feeling alone, this is a time for you to communicate that to others. But for the most part, I am seeing that you are coming to the end of some possible inner struggle. Maybe feeling like life has been passing you by, or that, certain things have not panned out the way that you want them to. But I feel like you are holding on to a dream. You're holding on to a dream. You're holding on to a vision, Scorpio, and you are in some ways seeing how that can be fulfilled even now, how that hope can be revived in you. You have the Strength card. So I really, with the Strength card, okay, again, strong. It's very, very strong inner soul work, that inner vision, that strong kind of like I'm seeing this woman holding on to the lion, and holding on to her dreams, holding on to even that inner child. I feel like there is something, Scorpio, for you to come out with. There's something that needs to be said. There's either a truth that you need to tell, some piece of art that you love, with the Strength card, because the Strength card is also very indicative of your strengths. It's indicative of where you, where you have the most control, where you feel the most in your element, as well as you being more aligned with yourself, and not really, in some ways, like not being tempted by other people's opinions as well. Or being so reactionary to other people and situations. So with this Strength card, I would say, hold your ground, hold your vision, or if there's something that you need to tell somebody, tell the truth, even if your voice shakes, So this week is going to present you with a very, very, very inner purification. I feel like there is some alchemy. There is some deep alchemy that you're working out this week, Scorpio. And we also have the Five of Swords here. Okay, Five of Swords. Yeah, so Scorpio, I feel like for some of you, it's time to walk away. It's time to walk away from some arguments, or it's time to walk away from the group. I've been feeling that a lot for you, Scorpio, that you will be walking away from, some things. You're realizing that, possibly that you were always stronger on your own. This week, I feel like this week can present a challenge within relationships, within your connections, maybe with the way that you're communicating. You want to definitely make sure that that you're speaking truthfully, but that you're not harming people, but people may still take what you say this week out of context anyway. But that doesn't mean that you still don't walk in power. So, this week can present definitely some obstacles, or some type of conflict within your social world. But I feel like this was something that was always coming. So, just be open to change, be open, because you got the Queen of Swords here, and then you got the Five of Swords, So I feel like, with the Queen of Swords there, the Queen of Swords is going to speak her truth. She's going to speak things as she sees it. So know that, your words are powerful, and, they should be heard, even if people don't necessarily like it. If you've been holding on to things, holding on to frustration, it's time to get it out, but not everybody's going to like it necessarily this week. We also have the Tower. So yeah, I definitely do see some foundations and disruptions this week, possibly. The Tower does present accidents. We have Mercury retrograde coming out of Aquarius into Capricorn, and Mars going into Capricorn. So there's a lot of this fusion. There's a lot of this fusion going on, because we have so much in Capricorn. We have Mars going into it, that's already in Capricorn. We have Venus retrograde in Capricorn. We have Pluto in Capricorn. We got Mercury coming back. So there's a lot of old conversations being revisited, a lot of old plans, a lot of old feelings, I would say, that are being revisited. The way that you are communicating your message now may be different from how it was a week ago. And that's the Tower card right here, is that like shit is gonna hit the fan, by default. Shit is gonna hit the fan by default. Generally as well with the Tower card, we have truths that are revealed, or we have sometimes some very, very surprising surprising situations where people feel like they need to say something on their heart or make a very cutthroat statement. And that's really what I'm feeling here with relation to the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. This is very, very Aquarian. And just like this very, I don't give a fuck energy. Like, I will burn this place down in order to have my freedom. So I feel like with that, like there's definitely could be some hard truths or a change, a situation coming in within your world. Generally this talks about jobs, your value system, your beliefs. So I feel as though you could have a friendship ending, or you could be taking a different position on things, something really surprising even to you that comes through consciously. But I feel for the most part that whatever this is, it's like an act of God. Whenever we have the Tower, it usually generally is some act of God, some act of faith, some act of even acts of choice, on a human level. But for the most part, this feels like an act of God and spirit. And then finally, okay, we have the Two of Cups. So Aries got the Two of Cups as well. They actually didn't get anything else that you got. The only card that you got that they got was the Two of Cups. So it's interesting. It's very, very interesting because we have this kind of semi-chaotic, semi-dramatic energy coming in, with the Strength card and the Tower card, which is saying that the overall theme this week is really about walking through any chaos or any disruptions or any miscommunications with strength and with victory, and like knowing who you are, knowing who you are to your core. It's kind of that's kind of like the mixing board this week, is really, really cycling through maybe some truths, some parts of yourself that maybe you feel misrepresented by others, or where you're coming to the end of holding up some sense of false strength, or you're coming to some point of culmination, some type of crashing point. But ultimately, it's bringing you closer to your inner self, your truest self. And with the Two of Cups coming here at the end, this truly indicates that this is bringing you closer to your soulmate. And if this is not another person, I do want to encourage you to think about this on a deeper level, because you, for the most part, are coming into alignment with your divine masculine and your divine feminine, meaning that you're coming to a new emotional core, new emotional center this week through some type of change, through some type of erosion and destruction. This could even be in your mind, but I really do feel like there are physical attributes to this within your social world that are going to change. This is making way for greater magic in your life. This is making way for alchemy. I really do feel like this Two of Cups, when you're talking about the alchemical process, turning water into wine, turning lead into gold. This is helping you to choose your product, helping you to choose your vibe, your pleasure a little bit more. Choose, how to stay really in that vibe and that flow. Ooh, Aquarius season is helping all of us to get back into a flow and into a groove. This is even in your style of communication. This is in your personality. There's a personality adjustment and tune-up happening. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Woo. Okay, Scorpio, you have the Hermit. Like I said, you're walking away. You're walking away from some things. You're walking away from some arguments. You're choosing to seek inner peace and to stay on your path this week. I feel like there will be some opportunity that presents itself for you to just simply walk away and choose your own inner peace, choose your own wisdom, choosing to reflect within. So this is going to bring you closer to your own inner light, your own inner strength, your own inner power, for sure. I'm loving it. So congratulations to you, Scorpio. Have an amazing and interesting and eccentric week, and I will see you at the end of this week for next week.